As we all know, policies have to be put into place in certain settings. For example, educational settings like schools. One of the main policies set in this setting is dress codes. Dress codes are put into place by school districts to promote learning with proper safety, image, and with no distractions. Today, I will share with you a proposal. The state of Oklahoma should enact a law that makes schools alter or abolish dress codes in order to have a fair and equal dress code policy for all students of any race, gender, or culture. During this speech, I will explain why dress code policies need to be altered or abolished, how dress codes can really affect a student, and why this policy needs to be acted upon. I will share different ways dress codes can promote body shaming. It perpetrates rape culture, impacts different students, and can even be sexist. So the dress code policy perpetrates sexualization and rape culture. When multiple girls were asked when the first time they felt embarrassed or sexualized for what they wore, most of the responses were at school due to dress code policies. Midsection, which is the stomach, is the top banned body part with dress codes. And this body part is not really considered to be sexual or provocative. But putting them as body parts banned gives the message that these certain body parts are bad and should be hidden. 76% of the schools use the phrase distraction, giving girls the idea that their bodies are a distraction to their peers, rather than teaching individuals to not objectify a woman's body and viewing it sexually. In 2014, the students started using I am not a distraction. The typical argument is that they are distracting male classmates and in some cases also disturbing male adults at schools. So approximately 1 in 5 women are sexually assaulted, but they are blamed or silenced with it when their perpetrator is not really disciplined. And there's thousands of these testimonies made by girls that have been harassed, only to be told, boys will be boys. Dress codes have also been seen to be discriminatory to different races. In Austin, there's a school that has already modified dress code policies in order to help with the discrimination against culturally significant forms of dress and style. Andrew Johnson was a wrestler in New Jersey. He was forcefully pressured into cutting his hair in order to compete in a wrestling match because he wore his hair in dreadlocks. And with that school that he was going to, it was violating his dress code policy. Dreadlocks can be a cultural hairstyle to many African American families, and having to be disciplined for this seems very unfair. African American girls also experience the greatest racial problems with being suspended or expelled due to dress codes. African American girls can get suspended at nearly 21 times the rate of any other race. So dress codes can also be sexist. 57% of banned clothing items target girls, and only 5% of that targets boys. So you can just see the amount of rules that women have against boys. We're just having to cover up all the time. There's also been cases where boys have been expelled for having too long hair or like having feminine fashion. I think males having long hair and having to cut it because it's against their dress code is unreasonable, because there's no difference from any boy or girl having long hair. It causes no distraction or is no harm to safety. According to American Civil Liberties Union, dress codes are legal as long as they do not treat boys and girls differently. Lastly, dress code can promote body shaming. 77% of school prohibits certain body parts. Girls' bodies come in different shapes and sizes, and every clothing item will fit differently on different body types, causing some parts of the body to show more. Commenting on how a clothing item looks on an individual can emotionally and mentally cause damage to their self-esteem. Studies have actually shown that when people are consciously thinking about their appearance, their performance worsens on like certain tasks, and they are more likely to experience eating disorders, low self-esteem, and even depression. According to most schools, dress codes are put into place in order to have a better learning environment, but it doesn't make any difference if people are still being distracted or worried about their appearance. To provide a quick recap, I have helped you understand why the change of dress code policies are important, as well as the impacts it has made on students, whether it be because of their race, gender, culture, or simply just emotional impacts that it has made. Dress codes are not as effective as expected, and many things need change. In conclusion, the state of Oklahoma should enact a law that allows students to dress freely yet appropriately. Different states have already seen the impact that dress codes can have on students and the negative things that come with it. Creating a law can finally allow students to feel comfortable in their own body, style, and image. It is obvious that many students have been conflicted about dress code, and a change is necessary for these individuals. Thank you.